in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Broncos will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the App State Mountaineers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. To the air, it's Swan. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Going to look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide-open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
The Mountaineers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
The Broncos offense will get the ball for the first time. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run, and it goes pretty smoothly.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare, and it seems like every week, defensive coordinator...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Madsen. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Powers through the defender. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
And the Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw it, Swan. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few 1st downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be 1st and goal. The Broncos trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Gets it out quickly. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Broncos. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll go to the ground. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Swan. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Stroman. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Mountaineers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they get the third down stop. What a play by this defense.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
They boot it away. Calls for and makes the fair catch, but there is a penalty flag down, and we'll see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. Toss to the outside. Slithers into space. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle.
It's a seam wide open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Mountaineers trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Appalachian State.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arkansas State. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
On the option, he'll pitch it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Mountaineers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Man, did you see the D tackle just slice through the offensive line? That's how you get penetration. That's how you dial up the tackle for loss.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Appalachian State. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Number 12.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Back to throw, it's Madsen. It's complete to the right. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. It was quite a start for Spencer Danielson in his first full season as head coach at Boise State. 12 wins and a trip to the college football playoff.
And you could see him growing as a coach, and, man, the players loved him. Obviously, Ashton Jeanty has gone from that dynamite team, but a lot of pieces back in place. I feel like this is a team, Jesse, that we're going to see in this spot a lot more.
Yeah, I agree, David. I think there's a lot of people out there that just think it was all Ashton Jeanty, but you're right. They have a lot of NFL talent returning at other spots, so I still expect this team to be successful.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, oh man, that defensive end had a great get-off on that play. Exploded out of his three-point stance. He's able to use the swim move and get to the QB.
The Broncos will send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you could really get dangerous in this ball game.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
Looking downfield, it's Swan. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Mountaineers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Boise State ready to send out that offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got him downfield. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wagner. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. To the air, it's Madsen. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. Oh, a lot of space. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the left. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Boise St.
Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. And this one is perfect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Madsen. Plucks it out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. quickly complete. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Going up top again. Bringing the heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
All right, well, that QB knows he now has to get the ball out of his hands quick because that defensive end turned the corner fast.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stroman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Backed up now. Here's second and long. He leaves it with the back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just...
There he goes! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Takes the handoff. It's Roberts. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Mountaineers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Swan. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The give out of the gun. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
The Broncos will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt, and back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. To the air, it's Swan. Gets it out fast. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Looking for room, it's Roberts. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Snagged out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Mountaineers are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Got some room to run. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. An easy decision there for the offense to decline the penalty and take the touchdown. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. ULM is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 4 over Arkansas State. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Swan. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
to the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Mountaineers have this offense rolling. Quarterback making checks. Scanning the field, it's Swan. Pulls it in, it's Stroman. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened there.
And some room to work. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. Got a little space. He's loose. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
On the direct snap, it's Roberts. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap, it's Roberts. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Mountaineers. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
Extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th.
Boise St, 17.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. And the Broncos just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Sherrod.
Complete to the back. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Madsen. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. There he goes. Touchdown Broncos! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
The Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the catch down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+. From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Looking to pass, it's Swan. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. And the Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. Direct snap. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And this to tie things up in the final minute. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Final minute of play. We are deadlocked. Guys, what a finish we're experiencing. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's 4. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to throw, it's Madsen. And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, App State.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick 6 to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the 4th quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
You got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Man, that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He's got the tight end. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Finds his tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Here comes the heat. Oh, and they get to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have.